ID cards. Why does my ID card say such mundane things about me? Like when I first passed my driving test and D and POB. If I was to make an ID card and start it all from scratch, I just want stuff describing me and all the things attached. It talk about my care for hats, peaked and woolly and smart, although they show nothing of my inner self, nothing of my heart. I love playing with words, and on my card there it would surely say that Chris puts letters down on a page and has a dossier lodged in his mind of all his favourite words and all his most loved poems. And every now and then for friends he gets them out to show him. Why doesn't it talk about my team? A surefire indicator of what a sterling chap I am. It's a certain vindicator if a cop was to doubt my honour. I flick out my card to show. This bloke's alright, he follows City on his merry way, let him go. My new ID card would show the world that I'm a loving, valued son. But it wouldn't tell you all the things my mum and dad had done. It would sing me loud and shout me proud that I'm a brother too. To Mark and Sos, who know for sure they can always talk things through with their wiser, more handsome sibling, who speaks to you right now, espousing boastfully to hide himself, while he gently mops his brow. It should say on there that we're not complete, no matter how we make it. It should say somehow that we try to be as good as we can fake it. I'd not have a picture of my face for the woman in Tesco to see. My facial hair, well, what I can grow, changes pretty rapidly. Instead, it'll have a picture of my legs to show I'm always wearing shorts, either with my massive sneaks or Brazilian flip-flops on import. I have a little fetish for the weirdest types of tea, Lapsang Souchong, green, black, oolong. They truly, deeply excite me. Beyond what most people would accept as normal, I love to watch the leaves through my clear glass teapot, the magic tea it weaves. There'd have to be a place on my card to tell you all. I love to travel, to see the world, and how I'm left enthralled at the wonder of our Earth's creation and the different folk on board this massive, spinning green-blue rock that's there to be explored. There needs to be a space, though, to show my heart as it breaks into tiny pieces, like a shattered pane of red-stained glass that falls into the creases of the hurt you see when you look beneath the masks people build themselves, and how the poor can be categorised and placed on rich men's shelves. Identity is stripped from those who cannot afford to shout. Identity is king to us, and it should be what it's all about for the homeless, who are not a single thing, and wander our winter streets. They look for just £1 or two to afford some festive treats. My ID card, I'd have a spot to say how good I felt that day. Identity is fickle that way. It's there, then it's taken away. Am I an atheist or agnostic? I know that religion makes me groan. Man on a cross who died for me? No. He surely died alone. Let's stick to the things I know myself, like I have a wallet but no money, despite my parents spending theirs to make me smart. I've barely got to funny. It would also have to talk about how I love to watch the cricket, especially when we beat the Aussies on every sort of wicket. I watch sport almost endlessly when it's on the telly box. I'll stay up all night to catch replays, no matter what the clocks are telling me. Just go to bed. You have a big day tomorrow. Shut up, inanimate object. Let me wallow in the sorrow of seeing sportsmen flail and fail in all sorts of active pursuits, no matter if they're of the elite or simply shoots of sports grassroots. My ID card would let the viewer know I like to have a drink. It helps me through the good, the bad. It helps me clearly think about what's on my mind for a certain time until I've drunk too much. And at that point, I don't care no more. The drink becomes a crutch for me to lean on and help argue what I think are salient points, so long as no one afterwards is smoking wacky joints. Which leads me on to the password protected stuff that authorities can't see. It's available only to those I know, and it doesn't come for free. Let's stop right there. Identity is a fluid thing that changes all the time. Perhaps an ID card should show how a man has had to learn to climb up to the point where you find him at, so you know how he has got there. Or is it best to see just where you rest with nothing concrete to compare? There are many things that make up who I am that don't fit upon a card, but as you can see, even in this time, I've really found it hard to come up with just a few conclusions about who I really am. But I focus mainly on superficial things, and even then I've had to cram. Most importantly, I like a jumper, and a woolly one at that covers every bit of me and allows space for the family cat to cuddle up when it's cold outside and have his tummy scratched. ID to me is the search we take to make sure we're still attached to the people that we love the most and the things that make us smile. If I can wear a hat, a jumper and shorts, that's just my own style.